Social media just told you to just use ceramides to heal your damaged skin barrier. And while ceramides are essential, your skin was never designed to just function on ceramides alone. My name is Christy, and I've been professionally treating clients with treatment-resistant hyperpigmentation, acne, and anti-aging without the use of topical medication. And after over 27,000 different treatments in over 20 years, I have learned a lot about how different skin types and skin conditions react to different skincare products. Now, over the years, what has been happening is more and more skincare actives has been introduced into mainstream skincare products, and younger and younger people are using them more and more. And so now skincare has become quite complicated. Healthy skin actually depends on a very intricate and specific complex balance of fatty acids, ceramides, and cholesterol. And research is continuing to show that a very specific ratio is actually the most effective. And that ratio is 3-1-1. What that means is there must be a very intricate structural balance between the ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids in order for the skin to properly seal. So if your skin is flaking, your skin is perpetually dry, sensitive, that means those ratios are off. Even when I first started doing YouTube videos, here's one of me here illustrating skin using an illustration of a brick wall. Now, your skin is not entirely made up of ceramides. If you don't have enough cholesterol, then your skin remains rigid and it's very frail. If you don't have enough fatty acids, then your skin there's not enough flexibility and there's permeability control. So what happens when the skincare industry overloads moisturizers with ceramides? Well, that's when your skin may feel temporarily moisturized, but in actuality, it actually will be dry in just a few hours. This is because the lipid barrier remains unstable. And when that lipid barrier is unstable, it leaks water. So what happens when it leaks water? Well, that's when you get TERL, transepidermal water loss, and your skin continues to be dry no matter what you use. So if you find that your skin is chronically dehydrated, reactive, irritated, shiny, but dry, unable to tolerate many skincare products, you find yourself saying no matter what moisturizer you use, you find that your skin is dry very soon afterwards, or you feel like the moisturizer that you're using just sits on top, it may not mean that you have an impaired skin barrier necessarily. It actually may mean that your lipid barrier is actually disorganized and imbalanced. Now, here's where you need to be careful. Myth number one about skin barrier moisturizers. Just because a skin barrier moisturizer is bougie and a lot of famous people are recommending it like this one, it doesn't mean that it's going to work. It can be dermatologist recommended, packed with ceramides, comes in beautiful packaging, but some of those creams still may disrupt your skin barrier. Some of those creams actually have an excessive amount of emulsifiers or texturizers that make the cream feel silky and smooth, but in actuality, that may cause your lipid barriers to get out of whack and the percentages to get out of whack, causing your already sensitive skin to become even more drier and more sensitive. Skin barrier problem number two, and that is an issue that almost nobody talks about, and that is pH. Did you know that there are pH-dependent enzymes that actually help properly organize these barrier lipids into the tightly packed lamellar layers? If the product's pH is too high, then they can't properly organize, and so they cannot form a protective seal to protect your skin from transepidermal water loss. So the result is you have chronic TERL, and that looks like dehydration, reactivity or redness, inflammation, irritation, and product sensitivity, as well as that shiny but tight skin that people mistake for a natural glow. Skin barrier myth number three, Don't get caught up in a constant cycle of using thicker creams, then balms, constant reapplication, slugging, and your skin still does not heal, because the covering of your skin is not the same as rebuilding your lipid architecture. One of the biggest mistakes in modern skincare is actually just following trends, not taking into account your specific skin condition and skin type. Now, here are some things to avoid, what to look for, and what to do. So number one, here is some things just to avoid. Avoid topical medications like retinoids, hydroquinone, acne control products. These are formulated to address skin conditions that actually can be linked many times to your gut. Many of these topical medications, as many of you know, can disrupt your skin barrier. Two is laser. Laser, again, is used to address acne, hyperpigmentation, and that will obliterate your skin barrier. And that takes a long time for your skin to heal. Now, what to look for? You want to look for skincare that it doesn't have this really long ingredients, especially with ingredients that you cannot pronounce. Many of those, not all, but many of those are major brands that contain a lot of emulsifiers, and fragrances that make the product feel good, smells good, but they're terrible for your skin barrier. And for those of you who are 40 or you have consistently dry, not just skin, but hair and lips, this may be a factor where, again, your gut, you, for whatever reason, cannot be absorbing essential fatty acids that are needed to repair your skin barrier. Now, there's a specific strain of probiotic that can help your body use these essential fatty acids, and I'll put a link in the description below. So if you are overwhelmed by social media's competing advice, you are tired of buying countless products, and you are confused as to why your hyperpigmentation and acne is getting worse, or your skin barrier is damaged and your skin is looking older, then you may be interested in one of my personalized consultations, as well as my before and after photos. The link will be up above or below in the description below. And please subscribe if you are interested in understanding more about how skincare products work on your skin, and not so much on following skincare trends. Because remember, makeup is an art, skincare is a science. We will see you in